Alrighty, here again for tea time. I actually do have something with me this time. A little something something. It's hiking juice, aka just some fucking tea packets I put in a water bottle. It's pretty damn good though. It's wild berry. As you can tell, I probably haven't drank much of it, but guess I wasn't that thirsty, was I? I have to keep with me though. I like to have some flavor when I go out, so kind of makes sense. But anyway, it's good shit. Nice and cold too. But anyway, I finally managed to go out on an actual hike this time. It's been a while because gas is way too expensive. Still goes down, then it goes back up, and you're just like, all right, cool. Now what? But anyway, I finally found some time to do it. I finished my homework like the day of. This was only like 2 days ago, Saturday. But anyway, I finished all my homework, and I was like, all right, I'm trying to go out. I'm gonna do this shit. So I like quickly found a spot. It was a pretty good spot. Also, the fires and wildfires kind of stopped, but there was a sign on Google Maps that was like maybe road affected, and I was like, well, that's fucking helpful. Like, where's the updated information? Even on the website, the park I went to, there was no information saying it was closed. And I was like, all right, cool, let's be smooth sailing, because Google Maps was like September 11th. I'm just like, that is fucking days away. Like, that was almost a month ago. So why is that alert still here? However, the reason being is plot twist. The road I was going on actually was closed, but I think it was closed for something else. I think they're doing construction, not because of the fires, which you could still see the smoldering smoke way, 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 way over yonder. So, I guess, but long story short, kind of wasn't affected. At least for that. But anyway, good shit. Anyway, I finally make it up there. Because the time before I tried going hiking, right, I just did a giant U-turn. Yep, spent a full tank of gas in an hour, no, not an hour, 5 hours in my car. Because it was like 2.5 hours out there to do a giant U-turn, which I didn't have to do. I could have did it, but I didn't, because I was like, this is annoying. Yeah, I should have just did it. I was already there. But the reason why I didn't, because when I passed the spot, right, the GPS was like, yeah, it's right here. I'm like, I don't fucking see it. And it's like literally on the side of the road, which isn't uncommon. That's pretty common. I think they should make the signs a bit more obvious, or give you a heads up of like, hey, it's coming up soon, because the sign was also covered by trees. So if you're coming up this side of the road, not this side of the road, you don't even see the fucking sign. You just don't. I'm just like looking at my mirror, turning my head, like I don't see it. I see a ditch, or I guess a pullover area, whatever the fuck you want to call it. I don't care. And I'm like, I think that was it, but it looks like a spot that's just a patch of dirt. Which, I mean, yeah, I'm hiking. It's basically just forest and dirt, but I'm just like, I don't see a trail. Like, fuck, I'm supposed to go. So anyway, there's no real U-turn area, so I just keep driving. Like, maybe I'll see another sign. Maybe the GPS was wrong. I don't know. I don't fucking know. So I'm just driving at this point. Then I'm like, you know what? Obviously, this isn't going to be it. I got to just pop a UE. So I just did that. Because eventually, you realize there's no real U-turn spot. You just make your own. Like, that's just it. Because I was going straight past fucking nowhere. I'm just like, okay, this is great. It's just a two-lane road. Just, traveling. And I'm burning gas. I'm burning time. And it was a perfect day to do it, man. I mean, it was still kind of smoky at the time because it was before a month and a half ago now. So it was smoky as shit. But photo-wise, I could have did something great. And it was supposed to be a really good hike. So anyway, pop the U-turn, keep going some more. I'm getting closer to the spot, and then I pass it. I pass it again. And that's what I realized. It's right there. Like, in that weird ditch. Online made it sound like it was a fucking parking lot, and I'm like, that's not a parking lot. That's just a fucking dirt patch. Gravel, side step, pullover, breakdown area. Because it was definitely not as big as I said it was. It was like probably half of that. And I'm just like, okay, that's great. So, fuck me, right? And then I see the sign. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a fucking sign that says here's a hiking trail. Which, once again, you can only really see it. And I think the GPS directions were more or less directed coming back the way I did my U-turn. Because then I'm like, oh yeah, these directions actually make sense. Yeah, it's right there. But again, you can't see the sign coming the other way. I didn't see it. And even then, it's just like, it's not really a parking spot or lot. Like, whoever said that, I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, it was decently sized for a dirt pitch, but, like, I've seen bigger. It's not really ideal for parking. Not at all. Horrible, actually. But here, the hiking trail is really good. At least the view's up there. But they also said it was also very poorly maintained and full of poison oak, so that's a thing. But anyway, yeah, I was like, alright, fuck it. We're just gonna keep driving. I'm not doing a third U-turn. That's just not gonna happen. Did I consider it? Yes. Did I do it? Hell no. Because I mean, I have to do another U-turn, hopefully not miss a spot, and then have to do another U-turn to pull over to do it. Yeah, it's just, you get the idea. It's a lot of fucking work. So I just drove back. 5 hours in my car. Never stopped. It was, yeah. I kind of wish I would have stopped, though. There were some scenic points you could actually pull over to, but I was just like, at this point, I'm just already stuck on drive mode, and I'm just going to keep going. I wish I would have, though, because it was perfect lighting, sunset-ish time, good view. It was great. It was great. But long story short, I didn't do shit. No hike completed. So, considering that experience, I damn near did the same thing again. But this time I did stop. So, I did make one vital mistake. I kind of underestimated how much gas is in my car. Which there was enough. There definitely was enough. I just was like, do I need a refill? Nah, I'd be right. So I kind of just winged it. Which, again, I was fine. But, always fill up on gas. Always. Just obvious reasons, always do that. I wasn't like half tank or empty or anything. I was just like a little over 3/4. There's plenty of gas in my car. Definitely. Plenty of gas. But I got bad gas mileage. So I guess to me, plenty of gas is a full tank. Anything less is, oh my god. Like honestly, if I'm not at a full tank, I'm considering myself on E all the time. I'm just like, is it really full? Can it really make it? Like, I don't know. So I went. On the way there was a fucking thing of like office furniture in the middle of the road. I don't know why. Like it was just in the middle of the road. I wasn't even halfway there yet. I just practically just left the city. And I'm like behind his car like swerves. I'm like, why are you swerving? And then suddenly there's this giant like blue, brown, and black box in the fucking road. I'm like, wow. It's not even like off to the side. It's just like straight dead center. So you have to like legit like swerve. Anyway, that's not the point. That's just a side story that I happen to see. And another side story is the fact that you always see these signs that say like rocks or falling rocks. And you're just like, the chances of a rock falling while I'm driving, or let alone being in the middle of the road, you would think it's pretty slim, which quite frankly it is. It's just not common. But sure enough, I did see a rock in the road. I mean, it was to the side of the road, but it was definitely, you could tell it was in the road at some point. And I'm just like, huh, rocks do fall. But then it makes you think, how the fuck did the rock fall? The wind just blow it off. I mean, it's a big rock. At this point, you can classify it as a boulder. And you're like, how did this rock from way up there end up all the way down here? Was it a goat? Was it Bigfoot, Sasquatch, a bear, a gorilla, the wind, the big bad wolf? Like, I don't understand, like, how did big rock come off cliff into road? Like, do rocks just move on their own? Like, rocks. Anyway, rocks are weird. I have a whole theory about that. That's a different story. Back to the trip. So anyway, I follow the GPS. I go to the spot. I pass the gas station. And this is key to note. You probably already know why. But I'm like, is it a gas station? And it's just like up there in the mountains. It's just like, oh, this is not something you would expect. But you're glad it's there because it's convenient. But also like a rest stop area. There's like some buildings and shit. I don't know all what went down there. But a lot of parking spots. I think it's more or less for skiing when it's skiing season. I don't I don't really know. I don't know. But I know it's a gas station. And I'm like, sweet, good to know. There's civilization up here in the mountains, which typically is like a side road street and like some buildings and a tavern. That's usually what you see in the mountains. It's just like some shit you see in like a movie. You're like, oh, this shit does exist. All right, cool. It's like, I'm not gonna stop there. I wouldn't. Out in the middle of nowhere. Nah, fuck that. But it's there. So anyway, I go to the spot. I pull up to the gate. I'm getting my card out to show homeboy, like, yo, I got my card. Let me go in, park, whatever. And he's like, oh, no. Don't worry about that. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, sweet. And he's like, where are you going? I'm going up here, right? I'm just going to this hiking spot. He's like, nah, G, you ain't doing that shit. I'm like, what do you mean? Which, yes, he's right. There's no way I could have completed it in enough time. In my head, thinking irrationally and quickly, I'm thinking, yeah, I can pull it off. I'm just going to wing it. I think I could have, honestly. I really do. But didn't really matter because it was closed. Like, yeah, the road was closed. So I'm just like, that's great. That's just fucking wonderful. It's like, wow. I follow the GPS. And he's talking to me like, yo, why are you here at this spot, not this spot? I'm like, look, man, website said to come here. Let's follow the GPS. That's what I did. So he's like, nah, man, you want to go here and then go here. Then go here. Be a lot easier, quicker, shorter, same shit, blah, 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 bullshit. I'm like, sweet, awesome, thanks, I'll be on my way. So now I'm burning gas because I didn't do a U-turn at the gate. I went up the road and back. It's like a little joyride. I don't know. It's nice. It's nice being in the mountains. It's quiet, cleaner air, it's fresh. It's great. Wonderful experience. 10 to 10, advise it. Just a nice little Sunday stroll. So anyway, come back, follow the instructions to the middle of nowhere, basically. Missed the turn, by the way, eventually. Because there's nothing else to tell. It's just driving out nowhere. And I'm like, I think that's the turn, but I'm not sure. And at first I was like, he was like, yeah, go on this road, 410 or something like that. I was like, yo, I don't see this shit anywhere. Like, am I on the right road? It's hard not to be on the right road because only two ways. Back the way you came or the other way. That's it. You only got two directions. Back the way you came and the other way. If you find any other road, you probably just went off a cliff. On God. Like, or some very weird sketch trail. And those don't really exist. So you definitely went off into the forest. Anyway, I eventually find it because it's just a long stretch of road. And I go up it, make the right turn. Left. I mean, like, right has them correct. Anyway, make the turn. And go down, and I missed the next turn. I'm like, damn it, not again. So I gotta find another U-turn spot. I do that. And go back the right way. Then I went all the way up this fucking trail, because I don't know. I see where I'm supposed to stop at, but I already passed it. So once again, I'm at the point of no return. I just follow all the way up. Like, why not? It's a nice scenic right off the top anyway. Go up there, take some pictures. It's whatever. Kind of worth it. Got some decent shots. I'll edit later. Not too bad. It was nice. Take a little break. So I go back down. And I pass the same spot again. Because, like, the parking spot's one of those angled ones. Where it's, like, angled that way. But you're coming up this way. So, you're like, I can't, like, do some weird hook-ass turn and park in. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, I should just go home. My gas is low. I should just go home. But I don't. I pull a U-turn, park, go on a quick hike. I'm scared of bears. I like bears. But I'm not trying to go confront a bear. Like, nah, I don't want to go, like, oh shit, bear, let's fight. Nah. Nah, G. So I go a little hike. I'm thinking, I could probably make it to the end. It's about 4 miles. Where I wanted to go was 9 miles. I'm like, I'll try it. I think I made it, like, 3 miles up before I turned back around. Because I was like, I don't see where I'm at. I'm not sure if it was like 4 miles round trip or 4 miles to get there, but I didn't see the spot. And even then, I was like, it's getting late. I'm trying to be here in the fucking dark. I'm trying to get back to my car to go to that scenic spot I saw on the way here. Take that picture, and then mission success. I get a good sunset shot, which wasn't too bad, but anyway. I'm like, yo, it's dark as fuck. I should be lost out here in the woods. I wouldn't be lost in the woods. I had a backpack. I'm always ready. But shit, you get the idea. So I go back, sprint on this hill because it's all uphill. Pretty good workout. I sprint down this hill, hustle back to my car. Then I'm just like sitting there driving, looking at my fucking fuel saying like ticking down. I'm like, GPS was like, yeah, man, take this road to get back to civilization. And I'm like, yeah, that would make sense because I have signal and it says to go this way, which would probably be the quickest route. And I'm like, but why didn't it take me this way the first time? Well, probably because I GPS a different location, not that one. Whatever. Played myself. Their instructions played me. It's a double whammy. Equilibrium. So I'm like, fuck that shit. Hang the right. Go back the way I came. Cause I know there's a gas station that way. And at this point, it's all downhill. It's just all downhill. I'm not even pressing the gas. I'm just literally letting my car just go down the hill. So I'm like, yeah, man, saving gas in theory. Yeah, basically. So it's getting darker and darker and darker. I'm like, damn, I can get to that spot for that sunset, right? I'm more worried about the sunset over anything else. I'm like, I just want that damn shot. That's all I want. I just want the damn good shot. I came out here, spent more than enough gas for almost nothing. I want at least one good picture. I mean, ideally I'd rather have more than one. I got more than one, but at least let me get that one. So, long story short, because it's just a whole lot of driving and a whole lot of nothing. Yeah, that's basically what it was. I stopped at about 3 different spots, got some decent shit, and then I reached the gas station, which is dark as fuck. Because, again, you're in the mountains. There's no fucking lights. There's no fucking lights up in the fucking mountains. But I can see where I'm at. And I'm like, yep, that's the gas station. Let's go. Your boy riding on E at this point. My shit was like, I think it's at like less than 70 miles. Which typically, if my car gets less than 90, it starts getting kind of funky. I mean, you be going 1 mile and it just drops 10. You're like, holy shit. So at this point, I'm basically on E. I got maybe a quarter tank of gas. I'm like, holy shit, what do I do? So I pull over, and I'm like, I hope this thing actually works. If not, I guess I'm spending the night. I guess I'm spending the night if it don't work. It did. I'm going to call it Magic Mountain Gas. And the reason why I'm going to call it Magic Mountain Gas, because one, I just never expected to see gas station up in the mountains. Lifesaver. Thing 2, it took a while to get to work because it said press the button to start fueling, and I'm like pressing every fucking button on the damn pad, right? Because it says press the button. The instructions don't point to a button. There's no button that says start, and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, is this pump broken? I need help. Somebody fucking help me. Like, oh my god. So I'm just like, okay, well, I already swiped my card, and the shit ain't charging me because I didn't, pump any fucking gas yet. Then I thought it cut off because it was like, thank you for shopping. And I'm like, I didn't pump any gas yet. I'm still over here pressing fucking buttons. And I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? And I'm like, this thing looks weird. And I think I see like a very faint instruction, which again is so not helpful. It's one of those weird ass pumps, if you ever use them. You have to like lift the fucking handle to like start it. And I'm like, that's not a button. You can't say press a button to start if you have to lift the damn nozzle lock thing, handle, holster, whatever the fuck you want to call it, to start it. I'm like, that should be rewritten. That's so deceiving. Mind you, it's dark as shit in this remote ass mountain in this fucking gas station with no lights, basically. And I'm just like, yo, I'm about to get shanked. I'm just like, yo, this shit ain't right. But anyway, it eventually works. It's like $5.10 for some gas, which at first I'm like, damn, that's a decent amount. But you're paying for convenience because you're in the fucking mountains. Mountain gas, $5.10. Makes sense. Because I think last time I filled up, which was like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I don't drive that much, it was like $4.30-something at a good gas station with good prices. Like, okay, cool. So I'm like, $1 more. Look, I need gas. I ain't got time to sit here and debate about it. You don't fight it. You just buy it. That's it. So I'm like, well, I don't need a full tank because that's expensive as hell. So I'll put like half. So I put in like $60 almost. I think I did put in $60. I bought like 12 gallons of gas. Cause I also put in half a tank. That would definitely get me home and then some. So I was chilling at that point. But like, the funny thing is, I put in half a tank, and then when I got in my car, this shit went almost up to full, and I was like, hold up. I put in half. I got a 21-gallon tank, put in about 12 gallons. I probably had no more than like, definitely less than 5 in my car. 16, 13. Yeah. No more than 5 gallons of tank. No more than 5 gallons of gas in my car. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. That should be good enough. The shit goes up to damn near full. And I'm just like, I ain't complaining. Either I got a bonus, it can't calculate right, or this Magic Mountain gas is just a plug. Because with that much, it gave me almost 300 miles. And on a full tank, I'm usually about 360, 340. Well, 360 on a good day. If I'm very lucky. But anyway, point is, I'm like, yo, this gas is God tier. I paid for half a tank, and damn near got full, and extra miles, say less. So now I'm chilling, I'm cruising. Yeah, it's great. It's fucking wonderful. At this point, it's just a swift ride back home. I got the picture too. The picture was actually before I stopped for the gas. It was a pretty good spot. It looked better when I came down. If I got a different angle, I mean, even better. But it's a good shot. Just gotta go edit it now. But anyway, as I'm driving, right, to leave the area, just go home, do shit. It's dark as hell, because again, it's mountains, no civilization, no lights, no nothing. I mean, it's like pitch black. But like, I passed this lake, and like, it's about a half moon, so it's pretty bright moon. Clear skies, clear as all you can be. I'm like, yo, this is a great night. And I turn my head and look at this lake, and all I can see is like this pitch black lake, right? With the moonlight shining on it. It looked great. It was fucking beautiful. The moonlight is like shining on it. Maybe this was before the gas. Doesn't matter. Who cares? I think this was actually before I stopped for gas. No, this was after. Who cares? Anyway, see this pitch black lake surrounded by trees. And you see like the moonlight reflecting on it because there's no other lights in the area. So it's just like that white light of the moon just shining straight across it. But then that reflection and that light was enough to reflect of the trees on it. So you see like a ring of like trees going inwards with like this fucking circle of moonlight. Oh my God. It was beautiful. That's all I gotta say. It was just amazing. So I pulled over trying to get it. However, it's on the opposite side of the road. There's no pullover spot on the opposite side of the road. It kind of sucks since it's a lake. But there was a hiking trail that way. But there was like somebody over there. I'm not sure what the fuck they were doing because it's dark as shit. Probably camping. I don't know. But they're already over there. Looks like they were working. And in addition, to even get over there, I have to do a U-turn. And then it's a whole lot of work. And that didn't even matter because the viewpoint that I had was better from the road. However, the next pull-off spot was high about maybe a quarter mile up. Which would mean I had to park my car at that spot, which I did. And then walk a quarter mile in the dark, pitch fucking black. And then cross the street on this highway, which is not a lot of cars, because nobody's up there at fucking the middle of the fucking night and shit. But there's still enough cars going through and a lot of big trucks. And I'm like, that shot is nice. It's worth it. I would love to get it. And I started to walk over there and get it. But I was like, I gotta leave my car here. I gotta walk in the dark. Dark as shit. And then cross the street. Hopefully be seen and not hit by a car. I wouldn't be hit by a car, but I was like, I'm not taking that risk either. Gotta watch my step to, not slip, fall, drown, attacked by a bear, cougar, a rat, a crow, owl, hawk, anything else, stranger, zombie, weird forest spirit. Who knows? So I'm like, I was going back and forth. I was like, I want to do it. but I'm not gonna get it because it was just like sketch and risk. I ended up not getting it, and I kind of regret it because it was just such a fucking nice shot. And then there was a bigger lake on the right side that I passed, but you couldn't really get to that one. I wasn't even worried about it. But I saw that same reflection, and it was just fucking amazing. Just fucking amazing. I still kind of regret not getting that shot. I mean, I know where I can get it now. But I need clear skies, of course, too. And a at least half or full moon for that light. I kind of regret not getting it. I really do. It would have been worth it. It would have been worth it. Story of my life. Story of my life. But anyway, that's how that went down. It wasn't a bad trip. You know, just trying not to get attacked by bears. Because there was a sign that says "Be bear aware," and I'm just like, oh shit. But that's no surprise. You're in the middle of the forest, so I was like, what do you expect? Mountain lion, probably. Yeah. I'm gonna go back there one day, or go camping one day and get a shot, because goddamn that lake. I'll never forget that. That image is gonna be forever in my head. But that's my story. It's been a while. It's been a while. But yeah, be safe. If you're gonna go out, especially in the woods, be safe. Yeah. And always, always, always make sure your car has gas. I wonder where a gas station is. I just happened to pass one. If I didn't have passed one, probably wouldn't have fucked. Maybe. I think I would have had enough gas if I would just follow GPS to go back to civilization and find one, but you know, it's always kind of a risk. Especially when you're low on gas. But yeah, that ends that trip and adventure and other failed trip and adventure. So it wasn't a complete waste of a U-turn. It was something at least. Yeah. Enjoy.